providing the NHS with real increases throughout the Parliament.
George Osborne delivered his first budget today, the first budget of the coalition government, with some radical changes to taxes and spending. It's all contained in this book, which is called the Red Book, which sets out all the figures for tax and spending for the forthcoming year.
And that, Mr. Deputy Speaker, requires us to make two final decisions.
Joining us now live from Westminster is Jerry Foley. Jerry.
Well, it was fairly boisterous in the Commons, which was to be expected given the scale and range of the announcements made by George Osborne today. Let's get some more reaction. John Stevenson, firstly, VAT up, £11 billion in welfare cuts. The Chancellor said tough but fair, but it's going to be unfair on a lot of your constituents.
I think it is a tough but fair budget. You have to look at the legacy that we've inherited. 155 billion deficit, 10% gross national product we're borrowing for every £4.
That's the reaction from Westminster.
Delighted to say I finally got in office, as you can see, after 5 or 6 weeks of hot desking and looking for desks in the committee rooms. And I've also got the keys to my flat in London.
Now we're coming to my flat, which I managed to get the keys for yesterday. So far in the last 5 weeks since the election, I've stayed in a different hotel every week, so I'm delighted to actually have a permanent residence. This is the one-bedroom flat that I have. In many respects, the flat reminds me very much of my student days. Quite sparse, but perfect for my needs. I'm just approaching my office. It's 1 Parliament Street. It's about 7:30 in the morning, and there's already a lot of hustle and bustle. Now we do have views out of the window onto Whitehall. To the right we would have 10 Downing Street, and down to the left we actually have Parliament itself. But I'm hoping to hand in my request to make my maiden speech. Now what you have to do here is take a letter to the Speaker and ask him for permission to make your maiden speech during the debate. I'm hoping to speak in the budget debate on Wednesday. Hopefully I'll get heard sometime in the afternoon. So that's my letter to Mr. Speaker and my draft of my maiden speech. Now this office is one of the furthest away from the central chamber. When the division bells go, we have 8 minutes to get to the chamber to cast our vote. So this morning I'm going to experiment and just see how long it takes me to walk from here to the chamber. Well, I've just arrived in a central lobby. It has taken me just over 4 minutes to get across here, which isn't too bad. I'm now approaching the Speaker's office, where I submit my application for the maiden speech.
John Stevenson.
As I'm the first Conservative MP to be elected for Carlisle since 1959. So, the first Conservative to be making a maiden speech from Carlisle in 50 years. Well, I'm glad that's out of the way. I've now finished my maiden speech. I do feel very much part of the House of Commons. So join me next time in my constituency of Carlisle, where you'll see what the activities I get up to there. 5 o'clock on Thursday, and I've arrived home. And the friendly face that I always am greeted by is Woody, our dog, who I'm just about to take out for a walk. It's a good way of relaxing after a long few days down in London. There he goes now, barking away. He's ready for a walk. I'm now at my constituency office, which is based in the centre of Carlisle. And this is Hannah, who looks after all our work here, the constituency caseload. That's the local government map, and those are 2 posters that were given to me by supporters after the election, just showing the dramatic victory that we had in Carlisle.
Andrew John Stevenson, the Conservative Party candidate, 16,500.
It's Saturday morning, a very busy Friday afternoon, and then last night went to the Sand Centre to see Beauty and the Beast, which is a youth theatre production, which was absolutely excellent. But Tracy, my partner, she's got her 2 sisters here this weekend, so we're going up to the Great Corby Fete this morning and support that as it's part of the sort of village activities.
That's John been in the stocks in Carlisle. Liberals throwing water at him, sponges.
Then this afternoon I'm going to head into the city centre for the Armed Services Day and the sort of support for the armed services. Now in the town centre of Carlisle, where it's the Armed Services Day, and the Army is in the city centre with various stands, etc. And that's the old town hall where there's a parade presently taking place. Monday morning, presently in the constituency office, just doing mail and correspondence before catching the lunchtime train down to London. We also have the local media here, so it makes a change, me filming them rather than them filming me. It's Monday morning and I'm at Carlisle station just about to catch the train down to London. It's about a 3.5-hour journey and I'm gradually getting used to the train journey and being organised on it. What I will tend to do is catch up on a few phone calls and also some reading material that I have, and it's a good opportunity to do that whilst you're on the train. There is a saying that a week in politics is a long time, but I have to confess, for me this last week has been incredibly busy and it's gone incredibly quickly. Yesterday I started off in Carlisle with the interview and then I finished at 11:15 voting in the House of Commons. I have to say, even after 6 weeks I still have to pinch myself to realise that I am part of one of the great democracies of the world. I hope I've managed to give you an idea of what it is like to be a new MP here down in Westminster. But obviously it will be for the people of Carlisle to decide whether I've done a good job for them in 4 or 5 years' time.